Let me start this a different way. Let me start this with the difficult bit first. This song is already won. If you can master the first part of this, you've got the whole song down. Anyway, probably the most prominent synth part in this is from the end of the chorus back into the verse. It sounds a little bit like this. The track that you're hearing is in the key of F. You will see me playing in the key of G on the keyboard. It's transposed down, so that explains that part. So let's go to the guide track here. Now we're dancing to the sound of There is probably more in that 30 seconds of video right there than what I've done in the last 30 minutes. Let's look at the transition first. It's going to start on an E minor. There's a mix of full-on chords, and there's single notes in there as well. So let's look at that transition first. E minor, G, E minor, G. I think there's like 3 G's in there. The last, I just played an E minor on that last chord. That's supposed to be a C, so never mind the E minor. That's actually a C. The way the chords go are E minor, you'll play that a few times, and then G, back to the E minor, G, play the G till you get tired of it, and then after that last hit of G, it goes to individual notes. It goes from G to D, and then A minor, B minor, C. Then it'll switch back to individual notes again. And those 2 notes that I play, I don't think they're the same as on the CD. The ones I play are E and an F sharp. So we'll go back to the video. I do apologize for not being able to slow this whole thing down. I was having trouble with the transition myself. The rest of it, I'll slow the parts down where you can see what's going on. So back to the guide track. You probably catch a little chorus in here too. And it looks and sounds like this. Oh, by the way, there's not a shot of my left hand on this keyboard because on the guitar, the left hand part is completely different. We'll get to that in a minute. That was in the middle of the transition. Let's go back a bit. And that's the transition right there. Now we're going to rewind. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning, and you're going to see that riff played out that you saw at the beginning of this video. For that, I will start in a 5-finger position for either the key of F or the key of G. As I said earlier, everything that you're hearing is in the key of F, but I'm playing in the position of G. At home, I play it in F. On stage, I play it in G. The riff that I use goes G, 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 D, B, G, and then I reach over with my index finger and hit this F sharp 3 times. F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, G, F sharp, and D. It plays all the way through the, from the time the drummer clicks off until you get to the pre-chorus, she'll be playing that riff. It may take me a time or two to sync up on the guide track. I don't have the clicks, so just bear with me on it. And here we go. And that continues all the way until the pre-chorus begins. On the pre-chorus, it's just straight chords the way it's written on the chart. So you're going to go D, E minor, and then C. And you're going to repeat that. And then the second time through, you're going to kind of build on that C a little bit. So it's going to sound... It's going to go into the chorus. When I first started playing a jazz beat on the guitar, I would tap on the neck on each individual beat. Your jazz beat goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Instead of playing the bass notes because they don't exist on the guitar, I would tap on the neck of the guitar. So this strip right here is going to represent the guitar's neck. That keeps your hands in sync at first. Try that a few times. Oh, that was the passing chromatic tone. Try that a few times, and your right hand will kind of sync itself up while the left hand does motions or waves to the kids, whatever. So let's go on into that chorus. The chords on that, I believe, are listed on your chart. You're going to be following the chart with that. It's just going to have that jazz beat, and it should look and sound something like this. Turn it up till the walls are shaking. We're ready now. This is the pre-chorus. Going into the chorus now. Those are the major parts of the song. I think there's something in the bridge. Actually, no, in that bridge there's not a quiet chorus. I believe that's it right there. That's the song already won. That's what I do on the synthesizer, or on the guitar, or even a synthesizer. The only difference is on a full-on synth, I'd be looking at the bass line that's written on the chart. With a guitar, I'm messing with sometimes messing with the ribbon controller, maybe the modulation, and using the sustain on it. That's it. One other thing real quick while I'm at it. Both of the guitars have some type of pitch bend on them, and I think it starts off at 2 steps. So on the pitch bend, if you're holding down a C, when you hit that pitch bend, if you either slide all the way up on the ribbon controller on the black guitar, or rotate the knob, I think it's up on the white guitar, it's going to take that C up 1 full step to a D. During the pre-chorus, there's an excellent opportunity for a slide like that if you can work it in. If not, it sounds good either way. That's it. Again, this was already won. Thanks for watching, and I hope it helps.